Hey everybody, it's Hugh Culver, the author of Give Me a Break. In this video, I want to talk about systems. I think there's two things that probably make the most difference, once you've created your goals, of course, but two things that make the most difference in terms of your performance. One is habits, and the other is systems. And a system, what I mean by that is it's something that I create once, and then it's like a routine. As long as I follow it, it helps me to accomplish what I'm trying to get done much more effectively. So a system is a pattern, it's a routine, it's a way of getting things done that otherwise might become time-consuming. I might be likely to make mistakes, or it could be just darn frustrating. So it could be, for example, when you take your tires in to get repaired, it's amazing how they can get those done in just a few minutes. Well, it's because they have a system. I couldn't do that, but they can because they have a system. It's no different than how a bank operates, or a grocery store, or an airline, or a hotel. So here's a couple of examples of systems for you to look at. Number one is your meetings. Meetings in a way are very repetitive. There's something that happens before the meeting in terms of invitations and agendas being created and minutes being copied and circulated. And then there's the during the meeting, which is when we sit and we meet and we discuss and we make decisions and things are recorded. And then there's after the meeting when there's a follow-up. Well, what if you were to look at your typical meetings and actually start to document that system? What a great way to avoid mistakes or to avoid things being overlooked, but also to save time. Number two would be your customer sales. Like, what is it that you're doing before, during, and after a customer sale? One of the things that I find is really interesting to look at is what happens after the sale is finished. After everything's been done, the transactions are made, well, what is it that you're doing to follow up with that client to show that you really do care and appreciate them for that work? Number three would be project planning. Well, project planning is a great example for systems. Well, one that I think a lot of people overlook is debriefing the project after it's completed. So do you have a system where you actually get people together and do a debrief to learn, well, what is it that worked and didn't work and what should we do differently? So whatever kind of a system you're looking at, here's what I would recommend. Look at something that has a certain degree of complication. There's a number of steps or people involved. Or there's a lot of times when you get frustrated because there's so many steps to go through or things get forgotten. That's a great opportunity for creating a system. Then document it. It won't be right the first time, but write it all down. So what are all the steps that we have to go through and who has to be involved? And then just test it. Just try it. Start following it as if you've never done it before. Follow those instructions. See how well it works. Modify it, test it, improve it, and then finally circulate it and start to notice how that improves things. I created a system the other day for when I do my online seminars, and it's amazing how just those few minutes of documentation and testing have improved and reduced all of the things that I would normally have overlooked. All right, I hope that serves you. Secret of systems is one of the best investments that you can make. Until next time, be your best, see the best in others, and make it happen.